Hi, welcome back. Or if you're just joining, my name is Maya, and welcome to my channel, Cranleyplace, where I'm focused on Hermès scarf style, inspiration, and more. Before we get started, let me give a shout out to all the channel members, and special welcome to the knot connoisseurs and elegant insiders. I appreciate your ongoing support. If you haven't seen the membership options, please do check them out. In this video, I'll review a 90 centimeter silk twill from Hermès's Fall-Winter 2026 season called Derby 2000 by Shane Hello. We'll take a look at the artist's background, the design inspiration and visual architecture, and then a collector's ranking of the available colorways and why. Let's get started. Shane Hello is a French illustrator whose work has a distinctly graphic contemporary character. What we can see very clearly from his work is an interest in street culture, graffiti, tattoos, and graphic imagery. His own website also shows a strong interest in graphic experimentation and hand-drawn techniques. And that helps explain why Derby 2000 feels so different from a traditional Hermès equestrian carré. Hello isn't approaching the subject as an equestrian illustrator. He's approaching it as a graphic artist who's been given one of Hermès's most loaded visual vocabularies. And then he turns it sideways. The starting point? Roller derby skates. These aren't sleek, contemporary athletic shoes. Hello has transformed them into almost fantastical ceremonial boots. The straps and buckles echo horse tack. There are charms in the shape of hearts, butterflies, and cats. And the laces aren't simply functional details. Once they're untied, they become graphic lines that sweep around the composition like a racetrack. That gives us several layers of visual association at once. You see the skate and think sport. You see the straps and think harness. You see the charms and think jewelry. You see the elaborate construction and think Hermès leather goods. And then the title, Derby 2000, gives the whole thing a slightly futuristic, slightly nostalgic attitude. However, I would not interpret the title as evidence that this is an archival 2000-era Hermès design. It isn't. It's completely new for this season. So the 2000 is part of the visual language of the design rather than a date and its Hermès history. And I think that distinction is important, because Derby 2000 is very much a product of the current Hermès design studio, taking an unexpected contemporary subject and asking how it can be translated into the house's traditional vocabulary. That is a very Hermès approach. The subject changes, but the visual grammar remains. There is something slightly mischievous about Derby 2000. It takes one of the most recognizable visual languages in the Hermès universe: straps, buckles, harness construction, and decorative leatherwork, and then puts it on wheels. The result is not an equestrian scarf at all. It's a scarf about roller derby, but viewed through a distinctly Hermès lens. And that is what makes this design so clever. Shane Hello hasn't simply illustrated a roller skating sport. He's taken the visual DNA of an Hermès harness and re-engineered it into a pair of roller derby skates, complete with little charms, elaborate details, and laces that become part of the composition itself. For a house so deeply associated with the horse, that's a pretty entertaining way to move into another kind of derby. And for a collector, I think the question is whether this is simply a clever, fashionable design, or whether there's enough substance here for Derby 2000 to have staying power. The first thing you notice about the design is its symmetry. If you look at the two roller skates, they're presented almost like heraldic objects. That makes them feel closer to a pair of ceremonial boots, pieces of saddlery, or even objects in a cabinet of curiosities rather than ordinary sporting equipment. And then the laces disrupt that symmetry. The skates are relatively contained, but the laces escape. They curve outward and establish a sweeping track around the design. So you have a wonderful structural opposition. The skates are static, The laces are movement, and that's a compositional trick I really like. You don't need to draw a skater racing around the scarf to communicate speed. The lines themselves create that movement. And that becomes especially effective when the scarf is folded. With a complicated 90 centimeter, one of my tests is always what happens when you see only parts of the design. Derby 2000 performs quite well here because the individual skate is such a strong motif. You don't necessarily need the entire symmetrical composition visible, and that's important because the scarf isn't really designed to be worn completely open. A 90 centimeter almost never is. You're constantly editing the artwork through the folds. So, although this is a playful design, I don't think it's an unserious one. There's quite a lot of formal control underneath the humor. There are currently at least 5 colorways for Derby 2000 to be found online. And for me, the ranking comes down to one central question. Which palette makes this unusual design look like a serious Hermès carré rather than simply a very clever fashion illustration? Starting with the Gris Cendre, Rouge, and Vert Sapin, this one is my clear winner. The gray gives the design a sophisticated neutral foundation, while the red and deep green bring in the color. And I think that restraint is exactly what Derby 2000 needs. There is already a lot happening in the artwork. A quieter palette gives the composition room to breathe. The red also has an important history to Hermès's own visual history. It makes the design feel less like a generic roller skating illustration and more like something that belongs within the house. In daylight, I expect the gray to make the red and green appear quite crisp. Under warm indoor lighting, the red should become richer, while the Vert Sapin will deepen. This is the colorway I think has the strongest archival potential. It's unusual enough to be memorable, but restrained enough that I don't think it will become dated. Next, we have the Bleu Ciel Marine Vieux Rose. This is a softer alternative, and I think it's exceptionally attractive. The combination of sky blue, navy, and vieux rose takes out some of the toughness from the roller derby imagery, and the result is almost unexpectedly romantic. And I like that tension. The artwork says roller derby. The palette says something much softer. In daylight, the Bleu Ciel should give the design an airy quality, with marine providing the structural depth. Under warm lighting, the Vieux Rose should become more noticeable, and the whole combo should feel warmer. This is probably the colorway I'd recommend to someone who loves the design but doesn't normally wear highly graphic or sporty scarves. It also has good longevity because none of the 3 colors feel particularly tied to one fashion moment. Next, the Vermont, Blanc, and Gris. This one is much quieter. The almond green and white make the design feel lighter and fresher, while the gray gives it some necessary structure. And I think this palette does something interesting to the concept. It makes the skates feel almost like vintage objects. In daylight, the Vermont should give the scarf a soft, slightly powdery quality. Under warm lighting, the green should become a little warmer and the gray more subdued. This is the colorway I would consider for someone who wants a lighter, more understated version. It also has very good versatility. But I do think it loses a little of the drama that makes the design interesting in the first place. The artwork is so eccentric, and we wouldn't necessarily want to neutralize all of that. Next, the Blanc, Orange, Bleu Clair. This is the colorway where the design becomes much more obviously contemporary. White gives the composition a very clean ground. Orange supplies the energy, and the pale blue keeps the whole thing from becoming overwhelmingly hot. In daylight, this one should read extremely crisp and graphic. The orange is going to attract the eye immediately. Under warm indoor lighting, it will become even more dominant. And this is probably the colorway I would choose if I wanted the scarf to function as a fashion accessory first and a collector piece second. It's lively, optimistic, and it also has a little bit of sporty pop quality. I can't imagine loving it right now. I'm less certain that it will be the colorway people look back on as the definitive version for this design. Then we have the Rose Nacre, Jaune Vif, and Rose Bonbon, the pinks, the unabashedly playful version. Rose Nacre, bright yellow, and Rose Bonbon make the design feel almost candy-like. And honestly, that's fun. The roller derby skates suddenly become much more fashion object than sporting object. In daylight, I expect the yellow to be particularly vivid against the pinks. Under warm lighting, the whole palette will become even warmer and more saturated. This is the colorway for the collector who doesn't want restraint. And I would absolutely understand someone choosing it for that reason. But for me, this one has the weakest archival argument. The palette is so strongly tied to its own moment and mood that I think the artwork loses some of the gravitas it has in the darker versions. This is also the most fashion-forward palette. But also for me, this is the least likely one to become the version I wish I'd bought 10 years from now. So there you have it. More about this scarf from the Hermès Fall/Winter 2026 season. Please like and share the video if you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think in the comments. In future episodes, I'll share other scarf reviews, inspiration, and more, so be sure to subscribe to be notified of new videos. Thanks again for joining me today. Until next time!